Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do what's cracking for Friday the 13th of December. For those of you who missed it last night, there was a full moon and we can feel a shift in the universe a little bit this morning. So I think with everything else going on at the moment and all the planetary movement, it feels like very heavy energy. So I think we're all getting ready to fall down for Christmas time. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, just having a nice break. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's catch up on some dates, shall we? So I have Moonstruck TV every Wednesday Australian time, or New South Wales Sydney time at 6:30 a.m. For any of you out there, that sort of equates to around about 2:30, I think, on a Tuesday afternoon on Washington time. I also said I'd try and fit in another Facebook live card pull, so I'm going to do one next Sunday on the 22nd at 9 a.m. So join me there if you'd like to participate in that. I have a competition still going on my Facebook page to win a half an hour free reading. I did the last competition one last night and met some beautiful souls. I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure it is. Hopefully I have a bit more time over the Christmas break to do some additional things, so that's my intention. Okay, so this morning we have the Two of Swords coming out. Now the Two of Swords is a card of making a decision. It's not an easy decision to make, because this one means that you're going to probably have to cut someone out, something out, or speak your truth to someone. In the traditional picture, of course, she's blindfolded and she holds the sword across her heart, which implies this will be painful, but has to be done. The moon is very full in the background, so for some of you this could be actually happening right now, being we had a full moon yesterday. But the moon is about the, knowing all of the things that you need to know in order to make this decision. So when it's at its fullest, it's like you should know everything you need. What is the decision about? Could be to do with someone who's an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. Could be male or female. This person could be a mother figure. It could be that you are you have a relationship with this person. Maybe you need to be saying something, speaking up, speaking out with this person. The Queen of Pentacles is a person that not just has that nurturing motherly nature. She's very strategic, very down to earth, likes her money, little bit sort of materialistic, but loves earthly pleasures. There's a brand new start coming in. Possibly with or without this person, depending on which way you choose to go. But it could be about sort of cutting this person out of your life and moving forward, or it could be taking a leap of faith with this person. Five of Pentacles coming out here, so you may not be communicating with this person at the moment. You may have a choice not to communicate with this person, but there's some sadness involved here in making this decision. But we do have the balance card, so whatever this is, it brings in a whole new sort of balance behind it, which is really good. Okay, so Seven of Swords coming out first. So the Seven of Swords can talk about trying to get away with something, trying to not speak, not share, not tell, and trying to sort of move away without, but you can see she's got her back to us and she's moving towards the moon. Again with the full moon, very significant this morning. So this person doesn't want to talk up. They don't want to tell you something. They don't want to open up to you. So they're keeping their thoughts, their ideas, their feelings and everything to themselves here. Sometimes it can be someone doing that as an act of betrayal, walking away from you, ghosting you, that type of thing. Nine of Wands coming out here. So the Nine of Wands is the card of the wounded warrior. This is about boundaries, setting healthy boundaries, understanding that, you need to set limits for people so they don't abuse your good nature. It can also be about setting too many boundaries around yourself where you don't allow yourself to, you know, take the leap of faith with the Fool, you know, being restrictive with your energies, not allowing people in. We do have the card of the Lovers coming out, so there is a partnership here. There are two people that are being guided to be together here for whatever reason. And then we have the Chariot, which is, of course, the card of Cancer. If you're looking for signs here, we have the sign of Cancer and Gemini here. But definitely something moving forward here. Definitely something moving forward. And a lot of major arcana. So we have Leo with the Strength card. I was going to say Leo back here because there was a bit of a Leo feel to this. But there ends up being so many different star signs in the reading. It's sometimes irrelevant to read them all out. Okay, so this is a truth. This is also someone watching you. So you could be working on yourself and keeping a very low profile here because you're doing a lot of internal work. But someone hasn't lost sight of you here. Someone's keeping a very close eye on you. For those of you here, because the Lovers is here, I always think that it's pretty hard to avoid a love reading when you have the Lovers here. But it's possible here for some of you, this may not be so much about love as around some sort of relationship here that you need to make changes in. Sometimes we sort of plod along with relationships, putting up with things that we shouldn't. And there's a big call here for you to move forward and make a decision on how you manage this relationship going forward into the future. Okay, we now have the Moon here. So we have 5 major arcanas, I think 4 major arcanas here. And after talking about the Moon, that's really interesting. So we have here things that are not being revealed at this time. This person's not only not speaking, possibly they're not speaking to you at the moment, or you're non-contact, but something is going on in the background here. This person is still keeping an eye on things, still watching over you, still holding back on this energy of needing to speak up. So you've got somebody here who is not being honest with you. Maybe that's not such a negative thing when I say not being honest. Maybe they're just not ready to speak up yet. 6 of Wands coming in though, so we do have this energy of some sort of victory here. There's definitely forward movement with the Chariot as well. Somebody walking away from something that no longer serves them. Ah, very nice. We have the Empress coming out here. And the Magician. Someone's finding their own personal power here. Someone's really understanding how to move forward on something that perhaps they've held back on for a really long time. As I said, for some of you, this can be someone who's, you know, wanted to have some sort of relationship or some sort of future here with you, but they've held back and not said anything for a really long time. The Magician's coming up here with the Empress, and the Empress is like, for me, the Empress is like not just the divine feminine. She's about, you know, the natural way, the way that you perceive your world to be, seeing your world sort of like through the eyes of a child, like, and it's almost like you've got a person here who's leaving something behind because they're finally seeing things the way they need to see them. The Magician here says that, you know, this person has all of the tools they need here. If this is you, it may be that you're ready to embark on a new project here, whether that is love or whether that is around what your desires are here. But there's a feeling here that you've been working on yourself to bring yourself around to this Empress energy. And this feeling of manifestation coming in here says to me you're understanding how to let go and live your life the way you need to. The other person in this situation could be very stuck where they are. They seem to be maybe sort of sitting in a bit of sadness, maybe not happy with their life. And it's like they're keeping themselves in the dark here. It's not like so they could have, for some of you, walked away from you and not be talking to you. But it doesn't look like their experience here is being unraveled. It's like they're sort of caught in a rock and a hard place. It's like they're in a situation where they're not being able to move forward, but not being able to make decisions. They're sort of in a bit of a hiatus here, bit of a gap, bit of a stuck place. But I feel like you're moving forward here. It's like you're understanding your direction. You're moving, you know, taking this chariot out of town. You've got someone you're dealing with who's refusing to see things the same way as you, who's not really understanding their personal journey. So if you've got a relationship where you've sort of been pulled apart and you're waiting on someone to make some sort of decision here, they're still in a very stuck place. The decision to work with someone who's, you know, very grounded. This is obviously you taking on the Queen of Pentacles energy and the other person having to make a decision here. There's a leap of faith being offered. This is why the Five of Pentacles is coming up, though. There appears to be some sadness behind this. So perhaps someone is calling it a day, not wanting to move forward, not seeing a way forward. That's more like it. Not seeing an opportunity, not seeing how to move on this project, and completely stuck. So if you're working with someone here, or this is a family member, it's like the energy of you know, trying to get someone motivated, and they're just not taking they're not working with the energy. Oh, we've got two cards coming out this morning. I didn't even feel the two cards, I only felt one. So that's quite interesting. So this is the card of round and round, which often talks about going round in circles. So the essential meanings for this are the spiritual quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you're challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear you've gone backward, the truth is you're standing at a higher level looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. So for some of you here, there's a pattern of going round and round. So maybe this particular person we're talking about that's having difficulty moving here, maybe you've had a very circular relationship with this person. You could have had breakups, makeups, those sort of things. It also can mean that this person isn't very good at making decisions, so they keep going round and round trying to work out how to move forward here. The other card that came out, though, is Come to the Edge, which is about taking risks. So it sounds like the universe is saying you can't keep going round and round. You have to step out of that circle and start moving towards what it is you want. This is about courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. So I don't have to tell you that, you know, taking risks helps you to really discover who you are. I think this is for two people here. I think the round and round card is for one person who's stuck, and I feel like the Come to the Edge is for you both to sort of jump in and take a risk with this. But I feel like you're working with someone who's not responding to anything, and you're being asked to sort of, I don't know, give them a bit of a jolt. Maybe make some changes in your own life that are going to help them move forward. But definitely not allowing this person to be stuck. Well, I hope that resonates with everyone. It's a little convoluted this morning. Have a wonderful weekend.